Hi viewers, welcome back to our channel. In this video we will continue learning line command and we will perform two tasks which are task 2 and task 3 in absolute coordinate system and relative coordinate system. So first of all we have to do the task number 2 in absolute coordinate system. So if we look at this task or if we look at this drawing, we can see that the origin is somewhere over here and start point is somewhere over here. So the start point, the coordinates of the start points are 2 comma 1. It means we have to move two boxes in x axis or x direction, and we have to move one box in y axis or y direction. So in this task the grid spacing is also one box is equal to 1 unit in x-axis and 1 unit in y-axis. So first of all what we have to do, we have to go to the AutoCAD and invoke the line command by typing L. But before that we have to see whether the dynamic input mode is switched on or off. So we can see that the dynamic input mode is on. So first of all we have to switch it off because we want to do this drawing in absolute coordinate system. So we have to invoke the line command. We have to give the coordinates of first point which are 2 comma 1. Now we have to move to the second point. So we will do the same steps which we did in the task 1. In order to move to this point 2, we have to move two boxes in x-axis and 5 boxes in y-axis. So 2 comma 5. In order to move to the point 3, we have to move 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 boxes in x-axis and 1 2 3 4 5 in y-axis. In order to move to point 4, we have to move 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 boxes in x-axis and 1 2 3 4 boxes in y-axis. So the coordinates will be 7 comma 4. For point 5 we have to move 1 2 3 4 boxes in x and 1 2 3 4 boxes in y-axis. So the coordinates will be 4 comma 4. For point 6 we have to move 3 boxes in x-axis and 3 boxes in y-axis. So the coordinates will be 3 comma 3. For point 7 we have to move 1 2 3 4 boxes in x-axis and 1 2 boxes for y-axis. So coordinates will be 4 comma 2. For point 8 we have to move 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 boxes for x-axis and 2 boxes for y-axis. So the coordinates will be 7 comma 2. For point 9 we have to move 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 boxes in x-axis and only one box in y-axis. So coordinates will be 7 comma 1. In order to go back to the point 1 or the start point, we can simply click on this close button. So in this way we can complete our drawing in absolute coordinate system. So we will do the same drawing, we will draw the same drawing in relative coordinate system, which is a bit easy as compared to absolute coordinate system. So first of all what we have to do, we have to switch on this dynamic input button. So we will start the line command. The starting point is 2 comma 1. So now we have to move to point 2. In order to move to point 2, what we have to do, we just have to move 1 2 3 4 boxes in y-axis and 0 boxes in x-axis. So 0 comma 4 0 comma 4. For point 3 we have to move only 1 2 3 4 5 units in x-axis. So 5 comma 0. For point 4 we just have to move -1 units in y-axis. So coordinates will be 0, -1. So we just have to undo because there's something wrong. So the coordinates will be 0, -1. Okay. For point 5 we have to move 1, 2, 3 boxes in negative x direction and 0 boxes in x-axis. So coordinates will be -3, 0. For point 6 we have to move 1 box in negative x direction and 1 box in negative y direction. So coordinates will be -1, -1. For point 7 we have to move 1 box in positive x-axis and 1 box in negative x-axis. So coordinates will be 1, -1. So now for point 8 we have to move 1, 2, 3 boxes in x-axis and there is no movement in y-axis. So coordinates will be 3, 0. For point 9 we have to move 1 box in negative y direction whereas there is no movement in x-axis. So 0, -1. So now we have to move back to point 1. So how much we have to move? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So -5, 0 and press enter to get out of the line command. We can also do this by using the C alphabet to close the diagram. Okay, so now we have to save this drawing so that we can move to the task 3. So we are saving it as task 2. Now let's move to the task 3. Okay, so first of all we have to adjust the grid settings 1 by 1 and we will start the drawing. Okay, so once again the grid spacing is 1 box for x-axis and 1 box for y-axis. The start point is 3, 1. We will invoke, first of all we will do it in absolute coordinate system. So we will invoke the line command by typing L. Dynamic input mode should be off for absolute coordinate system. So first point is 3, 1. So we have to zoom it because we cannot see it. Okay, so now the coordinates of second point are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 1 box in y-axis. So 7, 1. So now the third point, the coordinates are 7, 2. For fourth point the coordinates are 6, 2. For fifth point the coordinates are 7, 3. For sixth point the coordinates are 7, 5. For 7th point coordinates are 6, 5. For 8th point the coordinates are 5, 4. You can simply see how much we have to move. For example, if we are moving from 8 point to 9 point, so we have to subtract 1 from the x coordinate of the previous point and we have to add 1 in the x coordinate of the previous point. So for the point 8 the coordinates were 7, 4. So what we have to do, we have to subtract 1 from 5 and add 1 into 4, so it will make 4, 5. Similarly the coordinates of 10th point will be 3, 5. The coordinate of 11th point will be 3, 3. The coordinates of 12th point will be 4, 2. The coordinate of 13th point will be 3, 2. And then we have to type C to close the diagram. Okay, so this is the absolute coordinate system. Now we have to draw it in a relative coordinate system. Before doing that, we have to switch on the dynamic input mode button, and then we have to invoke the line command and start with the first coordinate, which is 3, 1. Then we have to move 4 units in x-axis, so 4, 0. Then we have to move 1 unit in y-axis, 0, 1. Then we have to move 1 unit in negative x-axis, which is -1, 0. So now we have to move 1 unit in x-axis and 1 unit in y-axis, so 1, 1. So for point 6 we have to move 2 units in y-axis and 0 units in x-axis, so point will be 0, 2. For point 7 we have to move -1 unit in x-axis and 0 units in y-axis, so coordinates will be -1, 0. For point 7 we have to move for point 8 we have to move -1 unit in x-axis and -1 unit in y-axis, so coordinates will be -1, -1. For point 9 we have to move -1 in x-axis and 1 in y-axis. For point 10 we have to move -1 in x-axis and 0 in y-axis. For point 11 we have to move 0 in x-axis and -2 in y-axis. For point 12 we have to move 1 in x-axis and -1 in y-axis. For point 13 we have to move -1 in x-axis and 0 in y-axis. For point 1 once again we have to move 0 in x-axis and -1 in y-axis. So in this way we can complete our drawing in relative coordinate system. We have to save this drawing as task 3. Thank you very much, and in the next video we will do some more tasks related to line command, relative and absolute coordinate system. Thank you very much.